Isn't this movie a featured ride in Epcot, or am I just thinking of a Rick and Morty episode?
Yeah, you are. The Clades are a legendary family of explorers whose differences threaten to topple their latest and most crucial mission into uncharted and treacherous territory. See, that's a tagline. That is the tagline for Strange World, Disney's newest animated feature. So, as per always, if you don't know, now you know, we're going to do our one sentence review. Go ahead and kick us off, Lisa.
One sentence review for Strange World. Isn't this movie a featured ride in Epcot, or am I just thinking of a Rick and Morty episode?
Yeah, you are. Jason.
If you ever wanted to see what the inside of a lion turtle looks like, there you go.
I'm going to say a beautiful world filled with bland and uninteresting characters. All right, let's jump right in. I'm gonna start off here with this movie.
Yeah, I was like, you got to jump in after you hit that. But hit us with that. You gotta, come on, throw that fastball down the lane.
Stop with the sports versus. I don't know what you're talking about. Fastball, is that a bowling reference? I don't get it. Okay, so like I don't hate this movie. Don't get me wrong, I don't hate this movie, but this is definitely not. This is not one of their strongest outings, and I understand why they just basically didn't market this thing and let this go out here to die because they could do better. they could definitely do better. I feel like the whole parent, having expectations of the child and that whole thing was done way better in Turning Red, and it's kind of feels like it's old hat here. There really wasn't a lot of emotional weight to that same storyline because there's really nothing different they did with it. It's like, oh, not only did you deal with your dad, you're doing it with your son. Like you just add another person to it. That doesn't really, fly for me. The animation style in this, I really, really enjoyed because it definitely looks like old school Disney animation, even though it's like brought into a 3D world. Like the character designs were definitely like very, very Mickey Mouse-esque to me, which I thought was really cool. And especially the stuff that was when they go into the strange new world, I thought it was very visually entertaining, but it was just like, if it wasn't for Gabrielle Union's character, it was like, none of this shit, I wouldn't care about any of it. And even then, she's like only on the screen for like 5 minutes. So it's just like, if you're going to, for Disney movies, especially Disney animated feature-length films, like you expect a sort of gravitas from them, right? Like you expect, especially in this age of your Frozens and when they're knocking it out of the park, especially if you have like Pixar doing good stuff. And this one is like, it's like The Good Dinosaur over again, where they gave us something that looks good, but it's just like 10 years from now, no one's going to remember this movie ever existed. And there's some cool things in it, like, Jabuki White's character, Ethan Clade, is like openly gay. They have a biracial couple, or as with Searcher and his wife Meridian. They have there'll be cool stuff that I would like about this, but it's just like it's just so heartless. It feels like to me that this was like someone's student project that would have been fine for like an animated short, and someone's like, "Yo, we need a movie like next weekend. Can you like just fill it out and give it and drop it in my office? And I'll publish it. It'll be fine. Like this is good. Just give me what you got." And that's what it feels like to me. Like it's like the characters are like, for me, are completely like underdeveloped, and there's like no real like heart to it. And that's really, really sad because like that's what you kind of go to see Disney movies for, is that heart and that like that warm feeling that they give you. And it's just like and I like the blatant environmental message. I don't think it really much works with their analogy because they had a clean energy source and that was working for them. And then somehow it's just like, oh, this thing that is renewable and clean is also killing our homeland. And it's like, maybe I should have thought of something different. But like the overall like structure of the thing was cool. It's just like, I've seen this movie before, a better movie, and it's with pandas.
Dealing with puberty, but not puberty.
Yeah. Pandas dealing with puberty and being on their period.
Jason, you have me really conflicted because you make a lot of great points. I'm just gonna be perfectly honest with you. I was like, I tapped out of the movie once the grandpa wasn't upset that dude was gay. So I was like, nah, I could just start watching my phone. No, I'm joking. So no.
I was seriously like, what is happening? Oh my god, my blood pressure.
Did we just turn into I can't remember the fucking dude's name. Let's see, look, Alex Jones. We just turned to Alex Jones right here.
Yeah, no.
Ben Shapiro. Look, that's what I was thinking of. Ben Shapiro. Hi, Ben.
I'm with you, man. To a degree, I thought, this movie's hard, man. It's hard to judge because it has things in there that we want to see. You know, it has, like you talked about, the openly gay character. It has even him, fostering a new love. It has, interracial couple, and it just has a lot of stuff in there. Like, hey, we want to see it representation wise. I just wish it was in a better movie that we cared more about. Mm-hmm. But my biggest issue with this whole movie is I'm so tired of the tried and true tropes to make these kind of movies. Oh, the kid sneaks on the ship. Oh, the kid's a freaking idiot and doesn't understand the bigger ramifications of his actions. It's just, and that's what took me out of the movie. I'm gonna be real with you. When it opened, I was in. I was having a good time, and then it was like, oh, dumb kid does dumb thing. Dumb kid causes the damage that's happening, and then it's like, no, we should do this. You're a kid and never have been out here. Shut up.
Shut up and go on the ship.
Yeah, but then kid goes and runs away. And it's like, how am I supposed to root for this character when he keeps making dumb decision after dumb decision? And they play it off like it's heroic. And for me, it was just annoying. And then Disney slides in with like the BS with like the sticky blue man thing, and I'm like, what? Why? What? And they even called him Splat. They couldn't even give him an original name. They called him Splat. Like, oh, I'm gonna call you Splat. And it was like,
I mean,
you couldn't think of nothing else.
The freaking other brown character said, "I want to market you," and it's like, haha, that's a joke. But it's like, that's why that character is there, is for marketing purposes. And just because you say it doesn't make it any less egregious.
Mm-hmm. And then you do something which is probably near and dear to Lisa's heart. You put in what seems like a disabled dog that maybe is possibly a rescue, but then you make the dog almost the worst thing on the screen.
Yes. That dog,
the dog was annoying as hell. And the fact that they even tried to make a part of the story about this annoying dog trying to rescue them made me more infuriated because I have 2 cats. And if something were to happen to me and my family, I would not be yelling for my cats to help me because I have enough information to know that they're dumb enough that they won't give a damn. And they will just eat my corpse and my kid's corpse once we died in that situation. I know that. I would not be like, hey, maybe we can get my cat Oreo to get the toy to unlock the door. What? So that was dumb. The biggest thing I wish, I'm real with you, know what the movie should have been? It should have been the buff ass chick that was voiced by Lucy Liu. Her adventure.
Terrible.
That should have been what it is. That should have been her adventure, and maybe I would have enjoyed it more because she was a beast and she was out there getting it in, and I was like, "Yeah, girl!" And then they tried to make her like a Dutz at the end, like they almost gave her a villainous turn to be like, "No, we got to do this to say this," and it's like, hold on, like you've been reasonable this whole time. You've been proficient and reasonable, and actually the most capable person outside the moms in this whole thing. And then at the very last moment, you become almost irrationally dumb. Why? Because we got to further the plot. That's why.
In her defense, that's 100% what would happen in real life. Like, oh, our land is dying, but we're going to lose our power. Yeah, fuck that. We're going home. I think we figured it out.
Hold on, but no, why is it irrational? Is because they tell her this is killing it. It will kill our, like they explain to her that,
it will kill
this will kill all of us are going to die if this thing dies. Yeah. And they're like, no, we don't believe you saw a real monster. what led them to think that those two, Searcher and his son, would make up that?
Yeah.
Like they had
She's
no other
trying to get
pension
reelected. She's just trying to get reelected. She don't want to deal with long-term problems. She just wants short-term problems.
It just
Short-term
didn't make
solution.
any. Whether they just would have
doesn't
made
make
her a
any sense.
badass from the beginning, a no-nonsense badass, and the story been about her, and then she finds, Searcher's father, and then they have a conflict, and it goes that. That would have been the movie, and I'd have been perfectly fine with that because it'd have been like, oh, okay, whatever. But instead, it felt like everything was shoehorned in because they had to check the box of this is what a story does. Stupid kid, check. Stupid, hilariously fun animal, check. Sidekick that makes no sense, check. Oh, we had to have a message. Check. Like, it just it makes me so mad because you know what makes me mad most is that this movie flops, so all the wokest broke people get to be like, see, this is what happened when you put the gays in this, and this is what happened when you try to force diversity down our throat. And it's like, no, this is what happens when you write a bad story. Period.
Yeah, I agree. So I got to James, my husband, and I got to go to see this movie right before the podcast. And he fell asleep in the movie a couple times. I don't understand why this is the film that they chose to put in theaters. I don't understand. Why is this the one in theaters? Why wasn't this straight to Disney Plus? I don't know what they were thinking for that, first of all. Second of all, that's what you get for putting stupid Jake Gyllenhaal in your movie. So
honestly,
spoken like a true Swiftie.
Yeah.
This is right. Jake Gyllenhaal deserves no more happiness in the world. I hope he dies.
I'm not saying that he's very Jake Gyllenhaal is very one-dimensional, in my opinion, and it has nothing to do with Taylor Swift. When I think of Jake Gyllenhaal, I think of that one movie that he was in with Jennifer Aniston. I can't even think of it. The Signal. They were forever ago. They were having an affair. It was this thing.
Who the fuck is Jennifer Aniston?
What?
I'm joking.
Oh my god! You're just trying to get me have a stroke tonight.
She was in that ripoff show of Living Single. Remember?
Yeah.
Associates.
The good. I think it's called Good Girl.
Patriots.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, The Good Girl. The Good Girl. So I always think of him in that role, and he plays kind of a dodo loner. And so, no matter what I see him in, I'm always thinking of that role because to me, he doesn't ever really elevate himself. To be fair, I am not a Jake Gyllenhaal fan.
Have you not seen the masterpiece that is Ambulance?
Definitely not. Definitely not.
He definitely elevates.
So I just don't think I don't know. There's so many fantastic character voice actors out there,
I had a rant about this.
and we've seen because especially with Onward, we saw what a great job Tom Holland did. And he's it's so whimsical and so sweet, and and I even think Chris Pratt, which I'm not a huge Chris Pratt fan, but I think he did a great job in Onward also. I don't know. I could go on about the voice acting forever.
Hold on, Lisa, are you not a fan of buff Chris Pratt or not a fan of all Chris Pratt? Because I like fat Chris Pratt.
Fat Chris Pratt was alive. All right.
Yeah.
Fat Chris Pratt is how he lured our ways into our heart, but he's been buff Chris Pratt the whole entire time.
Yeah, that's what Will Ferrell did too. They comedians will purposely gain weight to be funnier. So it's bullshit. It makes they're liars. Yeah.
I like him even more
so
less
Chris
now.
Pratt, I'm just like Chris Pratt after Star-Lord, because I think that he got famous. He was always kind of famous, but it was always kind of like, who's Chris Pratt? People don't really know. And then he kind of blew up after Guardians, and then divorced his wife and
Anna Faris.
Anna Faris, and then remarried one of the Schwarzeneggers, and then started talking shit about his kid who has some kind of disease, and I'm just not about that life. So
I didn't realize he was this bad of a guy. I just knew he just was
I
like
could
in
just
that
go
church.
down
He's
the
legitimately
rabbit.
the worst quiz according to the internet.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I just know he was just in that church that people don't fuck with.
Oh yeah. Well,
Is he in that church?
Justin Bieber also goes to that church too.
No, surely not.
They
Justin
go to the same
Bieber does?
church, and it's
Who
like
the hell likes Justin Bieber?
Look,
Listen.
you did not see his YouTube video where he sang that song and he was in high school?
One less dead ninja.
Oh, baby. He
Oh
did not.
no, we're talking about the other one, Lisa, the one where he's like one dead ninja, one less dead ninja in the world or something.
He said that?
Have you heard that song? Oh, you ever heard that song?
No.
Yeah. He was like 12 or 13 and was singing like a racist ass song, like dropping a hard ER on it too.
They singing a David Allan Coe song.
Oh my god. Oh
yeah,
my
you gotta look that up, man. It's insane.
Okay. I don't want that in my Google history. You can send that to me and I'll open it up in a incognito browser. Go into my algorithm.
You'll get a Proud Boy to come by your house like, hey, I heard you listen to a Justin Bieber song. You want to join us?
Yeah.
We tracked your cookies and now we're here. We need a new
leader.
To wear khaki pants and a
polo short. It's great.
Okay,
I don't interrupt Lisa's review.
No,
sorry,
right.
We got to give her time. Sorry,
I did forget that Jake Gyllenhaal was in Southpaw, and I did really enjoy. I enjoyed Southpaw, and I don't think that movie was great because of him. I just think that was a very well written movie, and anyone could have played that part. But that's probably my Swiftie bias coming out in there. Okay, if I'm being
never back our sweater.
It's a scarf, but
I don't know. I don't care.
No, but the movie was beautiful. We made comments, like when she was making the food. It always goes to the food because I feel like a good sign of great animation is how real the food looks. And that when she was slicing that cucumber, it looked like a real fucking cucumber. And that was insane. And it was beautiful. And I love me some Gabrielle Union. And I wanted to love this movie. And it was boring. And it was the story didn't really kind of make sense. Like, and I felt like they were, they just made, I don't know why they made this movie. I don't know why because it had to cost a fuck ton of money. It had to.
And also not
so
only
why waste your time? Especially if you're not going to market it. You could have marketed the shit out of it and you probably would have got more people in there, at least opening weekend until the word got out that it sucked. I don't know.
It's not only that they waste money doing this, but they also wasted time. These movies it's not like, oh, we got a script on Saturday and we started shooting on Monday and now we're done by the end of the month in the live action thing or 3 or 6 months down the road. This thing takes years to make.
Yeah.
5-6 years to make.
Yeah.
And they did this whole entire process and was like, this is going to be good. And like, no one's like, you know what? Let's just stop. I also want to go back to your voice acting thing because even though Jason enjoyed the character of Callisto, I felt like Lucy Liu was like the absolute worst.
100%. Her voice acting was terrible. Yeah.
I just like,
because she has a whimsical voice.
The only people in this that I felt like did a good job was Gabrielle Union and Dennis Quaid, and that's it. And I love Jabuki Young White as a comedian. I'm glad that he's in a movie, but like, I just wish in these animated features they actually got real.
What has he been in besides this? Because I don't even know who this dude is.
No, he's a comedian. This is like the first thing he's ever been. And he's hilarious. He does these great jokes about how which animals he thinks are gay, and it's hilarious.
He chose poorly.
Yeah, he chose poor. I mean, this is like, you want $1 million
for it.
Yeah. You want $1 million for 3 days worth of work? Let's go. But like, it goes. There's so many. You know what the thing that really really irked me? Alan Tudyk is in this movie. I don't know what that spells.
Yeah.
And he's barely in it. And that guy is not only a good actor, he is a great voice actor, and he's barely in this. Like, and it's just like it. It's sickening to me, especially this new trend. It's not really a new trend, but it's been going on for like a long, long time now. That they make these animated movies with just regular actors, and it's like there are some actors who are great actors and can be a voice actor, but like, why not get the people who are like it's their day job is to do this? Like
why the guy who did Max on the Goofy movie. He's a fantastic voice actor.
And it's like, back in the early 90s, the earlier, like the Silver Age Disney movies, in Aladdin, you had Steve from Full House be Aladdin. He wasn't fucking Tom Cruise. I mean, even though they modeled him after Tom Cruise, brown guy modeled after Tom Cruise, but they had Steve from Full House be Aladdin. And like, go back to those days where you had people who were good at the job versus the name. Like, this movie wouldn't have been better. But like, it might have been more entertaining to watch.
But if they wouldn't have had to spend so much money on the actors, maybe they could have spent that money on working on the script, developing. Like, at some point they had to realize the script is not working. We need to change things, but they probably didn't have any fucking money because they're paying all these people.
Yeah, they got fucking Jake Gyllenhaal who needs to hire a lawyer because every 5 minutes he's getting sued by a Swiftie for that damn scarf. I threw it away. I threw it away.
I thought Maggie had the scarf. I thought that's what had happened.
Maggie has the scarf. I don't
Maggie has it.
Scarf.
Just a side note, Jason, do you find Maggie Gyllenhaal attractive?
My brain is malfunctioning. I think the answer is
she's from Batman.
I know who Maggie Gyllenhaal is. Lisa.
Okay, I'm just trying to get.
You're asking. I'm sorry.
I'm usually the one that doesn't know who people are from. Like,
wow, I'm just trying to be helpful. It's fine.
The other Jason knows that stuff. My thing is the one that doesn't.
There's
know
that
things.
Will Ferrell movie where his life is being narrated, right, and she's in it.
Yeah,
I can't remember the name of it. But she is a cookie maker, and she says the word cookie like 1,000 times, but she doesn't say cookie. She says cookie, and I just want to punch her in the face. I just want. I'm like, no, you're a person. You can't just act out violently. But it's like, yeah. From that, I'm just like, give me the other girl that was,
Katie Holmes.
Joey. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, because what's her name? Jaren says she looks like a melted candle, which I think is a joke from Family Guy. So yeah, JL says he does not find her attractive. So okay, well that was it. Sorry, I went off on a tandem. Continue. No. Maggie has the scarf.
Yes, Maggie has a scarf.
Who keeps a scarf from another person? Like, ew.
That's why there's a song about it.
That's why white people.
I rest my case.
Like,
is the song Cardigan?
That's not a scarf. That's
I know. As I said it out loud, it was too late. I couldn't bring it back, so I had to just lean right into it. That tells how bad this movie is, guys. That we're talking about everything but this movie. So I guess we could just finish this up and say it sucks.
I also had a better one-sentence review for this. It's like that turtle needs to check his doctor, get like a shampoo for all them human lice on his body before he gets.
So it was very much like
is
I said,
the doctor God? Like, who's the doctor that's gonna do that?
It's like, you got an infestation. You need to get some ointment or something to get them things off you.
but we've seen this before, right? So literally Disney World has a freaking ride where you go through, you're like a red blood cell or something, and you're going through the whole body to learn the human anatomy. And on Rick and Morty, you had the episode. Yeah. Well, I can't remember what it was called, but where they go into the body of a homeless man.
Yeah.
And
have strange adventures. And did we know hepatitis C like that?
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know.
Yeah, like that actually was on TV the other day. Yeah. I mean, and we've had Osmosis Jones, we've had Inside Out.
I think there's an anime I think the anime is called like Blood Cells Attack or something like that. Like, it's all
it's
not because, mind blowing. As soon as he said it's like a heartbeat, I'm like, oh, cool. It's a heartbeat. Like, when
they went to the forest where it was like breathing, I was like, oh, this is someone's body.
Yes.
I was like, I get it. The real red things are red blood cells.
Yeah.
Obviously, like, it was like, I get it now.
So this is a legitimate question that me and James talked about afterwards. So when they entered into the body, they went down the hole and they came and they had to bust through to get in there. We were like, so is that its butthole? Like, is that how they entered? It was through the booty? Like,
That's the best
Yeah,
way.
yeah, you're right.
Like, why is it?
Because it was down the long. It was like dark, completely dark, and then and then there was like a little baby piece of like skin, and it was like flip, and they were in there. And it was like, so did we just take a journey through the butthole? And I was like,
yeah.
I don't know. That's a good, valid question.
Also, that creature should have no ability to see them whatsoever. They're like, that eye could not.
Oh yeah.
It's like, I don't know you're there. Yeah. You guys are like staring in wonder at this giant eyeball who's just like, huh? I see nothing but endless blue in front of me.
And
I assumed it didn't see it because it didn't blink or anything. It didn't.
I don't think
I assumed it didn't see him.
Yeah.
We watched it in 3D, and so when it was that shot, look, I only had one time. I had one shot, one opportunity to see the movie. Okay.
Oh, this is not to you. I'm saying it's like, if I saw this in 3D, I would have puked.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was actually quite stunning in 3D. They did a good job. It wasn't over the top like Avatar, where I wanted to, vomit. It was just like very subtle. Oh, I wanted to talk about that.
We're not having any Avatar slinging Avatar quips and discouraging Avatar on this show.
A white man is literally wearing the skin of an indigenous person.
So anyway, so it was very.
We don't get mad at Quantum Leap.
Yeah, because he's trying to help. All right, he gets it.
And Jake realizes,
and then he leaves.
I'm trying to help.
Then he leaves. He doesn't join the civil rights movement and just becomes Martin Luther King for the rest of his life. He leaves. And he goes, "I become a better person."
Ripley was trying to help. Ripley was trying to help, and she was doing that stuff.
Funny story about freaking Sigourney Weaver's character in that she played as James Cameron. That's what she was thinking. I'm gonna play this like James Cameron.
That explains the outfit too. That is, yeah. Okay.
Either way, still the movie sucks.
What was I gonna say? So that first shot, whenever they were up in the eye, and you're looking, and they're just like in the little floaty thingy, the little jet thing.
Yeah.
And it just shows the eye in 3D. It was double vision. Like, because it was so like it could not, you could not look at it. Like you could not look at the boat because it was so. I'm thinking it was a glitch in the editing, maybe, I don't know. But there was two boats.
Oh, that sucks.
So, yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, that's it.
3D is a lot. Well, let's just go ahead and just give this movie a 0 out of 5 or 1 out of 5 because I don't really feel like
I don't want to rate
entertaining this thing anymore.
Wait till it comes on streaming, guys, and you could be for yourself.
Or don't watch it. There are better movies out there.
But I do agree with what you guys said. It gives the woke or broke people. And cannon fodder, and I hate that shit because it shouldn't be like that.
It's just a bad movie. It's not a bad movie because they have a gay character in it.
Yeah, it's just because it's a bad script.
It's just a bad movie. All right, out of 1 to 5, Lisa, what do you rate this movie?
I'm gonna give it a 1 because it was beautiful. So,
all right, Jason.
I'll give it 1.5 because it had sister up in there representing stuff.
Yeah. I'm going to give it 2 on the strength of Gabrielle Union and alone. And she having to put up with Dwayne Wade.
Okay.
And that's it. That's it. So the average is a 1.5 because that's how math works.
Yay, math!
All right. Well, that's all we have to talk about today. So I guess we reached to the point where the Elvis fans love, which is the end. Hooray. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. Please, as I said, please like, share, subscribe, comment. The little algorithm, it's a monster. It's like a really hairy monster. And if you feed it all those comments, it like poops out and it gives us the money. And we want the money. I need the money. I'm broke.
I love poop. I love poop money. Poop money's my favorite.
Can we talk about the algorithm real quick? Just real quick, 2 seconds.
Yeah, of course. We always talk about the algorithm.
So I liked a video where it was like Andrew Tate versus Jake, is it Jake Paul?
Jake Paul, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because so it's like talking about it, like how the UFC fights come in, blah, blah. And it's just like, and it's like basically like, I hope Jake Paul murders him, right? So I like the video.
I hope he gets
How about now my algorithm is giving me nothing but Andrew Tate shit.
Oh my God, that sucks.
Yes.
See, we won't do that to you because you'll get other cool stuff that we like movies and shit. So,
I was like, well, that's how it happens. That's how they get them. I need to just get a whole new account. My whole algorithm is screwed up now.
I really, really hope Jake Paul treats him like Drago treated Apollo, and we never have to worry about that man again. That'd be great. But also,
isn't Andrew Tate already dead?
No.
Shoot.
Oh, okay.
I wish.
Wishful thinking on my dad. Y'all don't know who nobody is, so
I'm sure there's a person named Andrew Tate who has died. So you're right. Also, everybody, do not forget to pick up our next book club book, which is the 5th season by N.K. Jessamine. I picked that book. It's a little bit longer, so get it now because it's kind of going to take us a little bit of while, especially me because I read slowly. I don't read like 5,000 words a minute like Lisa does. I got to read each word out loud, and I got to ask my mom, is that the right word? And she goes, yes, baby.
No, you had a black mom, and your mama was like, you better go get that dictionary and look it up.
Yeah, look it up. So remember to pick it up, everybody. Lisa, you have any parting words for us?
Yes. Again, holidays are hard. The weather's been rough. So check on your strong friends, check on your weak friends, just make sure that if you haven't heard from someone in a while, just shoot them a text, say, hey, it'd be rough out there when the sun goes down at 5:00. It's not fun.
I only heard just shoot him. I'm like, whoa, I thought we were supposed to check on him.
Well, shoot him a text. Shoot him a text.
Yeah. How you doing?
Oh, also, with the holidays too, don't forget to shop local. Your local vendors are probably going to have the same thing that Amazon has, and it's not going to be used. So it might cost it might cost like an extra $1 or $2, but just hit up your local vendors and support them because they're what helps keep the cost down, if you can believe it.
Capitalism. Jason, any final words?
Yeah. I mean, I second everything Lisa says. Seasonal depression is a real thing. Guys, take care of yourself. Be healthy. Do things that make you happy. You know what makes me happy? Doing this show. You know what makes me happy? Watching TVs and movies to do this show. So find things that make you happy, guys. Hopefully we're one of those things. And if you are struggling with something, also it's easy to say seek help, but you're more than welcome to put something in the comments or reach out to us. I think any one of us, minus probably Jason, because he's a tyrant. We will love to talk to you and make sure that you feel better.
I am all about helping mental health, all right? I will get you your resources and help out too.
Except for the people in your country that you're a tyrant over. So those besides them.
I'm sorry if I want serfs. Does that make me a bad person?
But also, just thank you guys for listening and watching. We really do appreciate it. Hopefully, we got some new things coming in for the new year for you as well, because I'll have a little bit more time. So again, just thank you all again.
Yeah.
All right. And as always, everybody be kind, be considerate, and tip your bartenders and servers at least 20%, if not more, especially like during the holidays. Do more, please, because that's how they make their money. And if you see Jaron on the street, just go ahead and look him in the eye and spit in his face. Just
but you wanted them to say hi with their fist again.
Say with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Say with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Give back the scarf, Jake. Give it back.
Give it back, Jake.